I think you were a second early on that, Keith. Where is Keith? Where could he be?
Now it's not as funny.
Oh, there he is.
Did I miss anything?
He's right on late as usual.
Well, as you last saw me, I was running that way because of the I had a customer in. So, and I just now got finished with my customer from, what was that, 2 weeks ago, Joel?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I was. It was a nice size order, and we had to go through some design stuff and all that kind of stuff. But I just got finished, so I'm back on the show this morning. Good morning, Joel. What's going on?
Good morning, there, brother Keith. You know what? There seems to be a lot going on, but
yes,
there's plenty for us to talk about right now. I'm sharing to a group. There we go. All right. God bless you.
Well,
Keith.
let's start the show. I can sneeze a couple times, and I'll get my coffee.
It's not a COVID.
I don't even have my coffee. So grab your right. You ready, Joel?
Hey, look who's stopping in.
Hi, Keith.
Hey, Stephanie, what's happening? Get out of town.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Good, good. How about yourself? How's I guess you're home, yeah. How's the cabin coming along?
It's coming.
Good,
yeah,
good.
Actually, we are making progress. So.
Yeah, slow but steady progress. Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing it. I'll be up shortly, soon as a couple more degrees, and I'll ride my bike up. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean it's ready. You could stay a night or two up there if you wanted
to. 10 minutes is fine.
It is a nice ride.
All right, folks, here we go.
Definitely, I want to come up soon. So, all right, everybody, grab your coffee. I'm going to go grab mine. We'll start a show, and we'll be right back.
All right, off we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smacked and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Slenderman.
Jack up your income, smack it in the face. Jack it up, jack it up, jack it up, smack it.
Flying by the seat of my pants again. I have no sugar, and I didn't have enough room to put enough milk in my coffee, so I'm going to be a little agitated the whole show. Just give me a heads up there, guys.
Did you put any caffeine in there?
Yeah, that's a Starbucks was on sale. It's either a French roast or Italian roast. It's nice and dark, and I'll be jumping around. Wow, everybody's on. Sophia. I was just thinking every time I say hi to Sophia, I say hi to her as she was like a 4-year-old. All the kids over there, they're like well into adult. Even Angela is she graduating this year or next year? But anyway, that's the way Uncle Keith is. So anyway, I love you guys. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Jim's on. Father Ernie's on. Yeah, good to see everybody. And Joey and Brad.
Good morning. Yeah.
A lot to get to today, but Joel, I ran down to the Giant supermarket to get a donut, and the Petri dish that we all know and love as the salad bar is back. Can we get a?
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. Wow. Tell us more.
I was befuddled. I walked by and I did a double take, and there's actually this was an antipasta bar that probably doesn't have a full size salad bar, but it was an open antipasta bar that was just waiting for people to cough on it. I didn't. I waited to get back here to sneeze. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming out of the COVID
pandemic.
Pandemic. Yes. Another thing, when I parked the car today, bugs all over the place. Where do they come from? A week ago it was freezing. All the bugs are on the ground. Now they're all floating around looking for people's faces.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? As soon as it warms up, past like 60 degrees, the bugs are bugs, right? I
mean, it's I don't think it's 60 out just yet. It was, it's still a little cool out, and they're flying around with lights and all that. I mean, the sunlight. And all that. And an update, ladies and gentlemen, on my glasses, and then we'll get into the important stuff that Joel's got. Here we go. Unveiling.
Ooh, what do you have there, Keith?
I don't know.
Wait a second. Only one person on Smack and Jack can wear glasses that look like that.
Yes. Well, the thing is, I went in there and I showed him a video of Dave Grohl. I think we went through this last week. Hey,
yes, we did.
And I said I wanted to look like this cool rock star, my man crush for quite a while. And this is what I come up with. And if you ever watch King of the Hill, these are his glasses. I'll tell you what, I don't propane and propane parts.
Oh, that's great. Now, Keith, these are reading glasses, or
I don't know. As I sit here, I can't see the screen.
Are they more glasses like mine where I can put my finger through here?
I wish they were. Because then I could just put these over top of them, and $340 later, my free glasses just do not work.
Are you?
Wow, 16. Wow.
Tell me.
So I guess I'll go, but I don't know if how do you do that? I mean, if my tooth, the cap doesn't fit quite right, you go back in, they grind it down. What do you do with glasses? I was driving the other day and a car pulled up to an intersection, and as I'm driving by it, and I thought he was pulling into the street. That's how out of whack it scared the bejesus out of me.
Wow. Yeah.
So I've got, my distance a little messed up now, and then I got these progressive the reading part on the bottom.
Right.
But nothing's synced up, man. I feel like I'm on some kind of heavy cough syrup or something.
Do you think it's just an adjustment period you need to go through, or do you think
Well, I've had them a week, and I took them to work, and at work, the same as here. I can't frame a picture because I'm not going to belabor this too long, but if I look through the reading part on my glasses and have it set, I can see the bottom of my phone. The top of my phone's blurry. It's a pretty small phone, isn't it? I mean, without moving my head, you know what I mean? I got to do this. And then when I'm driving, I got to drive like this, just barely catching the top. And then I see the whole black, you know what I mean? It's like there's just so little. Kids out there, if you're watching this morning, do not get old. It is not fun. Yeah. Remember Uncle Keith used to be a devil-may-care, jolly kind of the world? Not anymore. I'm going blind, kids. We'll have more on that next week. We'll see. I'm going to call and see what they can do about it. But
yeah, my recommendation there, Keith, would be just to give it a little bit more time to see if you get used to them, or if you make an adjustment, and like another week, not 6 months, but maybe another week, and see what happens.
All right. It's just I went out to had a bite to eat up at Sterling Pig the other day, and I couldn't see my sandwich. I'm doing like this, and people think I'm a pigeon, looking for scraps on the. Why is that guy pecking around over there on the sandwich?
Does any of our viewers out there, have you gone through this exact same scenario?
There you go. Exactly, Brad. Yeah, that's what one of my coworkers said. Yeah, you'll get used to it. You'll probably fall down the stairs a couple of times.
Fortunately, at your place there, you have a ramp to get around to the back anyway, right?
Yes, yeah. I'll just roll down the. Yeah. All right, what's going on, Joel? That's all my.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pull for you, man. We hope those glasses really come through, and
I mean, I like them. They're real nice. They got the swoosh on them, which I didn't even know.
The Nike swoosh?
Nike swoosh. Yeah, I didn't even know they made glasses. And I swear these are the same exact glasses that I got as readers up at the Rite Aid for $4.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not positive, but I think they're the same frames.
Let's see what it takes to get used to them. It also sounds like Keith may need a computer pair. That might be something like a special computer pair of glasses.
Yes. Yeah. And that's mostly why I got it, because a few years ago, my eyes were going, but I could see the computer screen. I was sitting down here at the shop or at work or whatever. But now it's doing this. And when I get these things, maybe I'll look into that. Thank you.
Well, yeah. All right, Keith, check this out.
All right.
This is a right outside our window here. Welcome spring. Can you see that?
Yeah, who's Camellia?
Camellia, that's the name of that, that plant.
Oh, okay.
Or it's like a hedge.
Okay.
Type thing.
Where is this, Joel?
This is right at the corner of our house, right out, out our front door. Stephanie planted it, we think maybe like 10 years ago? At least 10 years ago.
You go out the front, is it on the garage side or the porch side?
Yeah, it's on the garage side, but it's out our front door, right to the left where the downspout is there.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, they really look great today.
Amelia.
So this little picture here in the middle is we were trying to take a picture out the window, out of our dining room window, to catch a little sunlight with that. But yeah, so spring is here. This is kind of like an evergreen. It stays green all year long.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Just jump in here for a second. Wasn't there a song written about this back in the 80s? Karma, 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 Camellia?
Explain that one to us.
No, no, nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where is my that one? I know, Keith, we got to get back together. So
I know. I need that. Since I can't figure out how to get one on my own, you got to come back over so I can use your soundboard.
Yeah,
very beautiful, Joel. Very pretty. Wow.
We'll need to give it more time. Okay, so the other thing I want to share with everybody is that we know over the last 6 months I had been talking about redoing Caroline's bedroom, and I showed some caulking. I showed the shades, the cellular shades that we put up, and how I did that last week. Well, would you know it that let's see. She is back into her bedroom.
Look at that.
Yeah. So it is done. There's one little tiny thing I need to do, and that is to put up the little valance shade right up top there. But other than that, it is done.
The only thing you're missing, and any glasses, it looks, because I can barely see, it looks like there's a baby Shih Tzu. Oh, it's a cat. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really big cat.
I was going to say, Caroline needs a little puppy now to go there. All right.
Don't say that too loud.
Very nice, Joel.
So, so I started this probably in late September. And then around October, I told Caroline, I said, we're going to need to move you out of this room so I can have the room to work in. And we finally moved her back in. Stephanie moved her back in what was it, like 2 weeks ago now? So
okay, yeah.
So is done. Worthy of better homes and gardens, I think.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been looking at dreaming forever, looking at Zillow and things like that. And I remember my dear ex-wife was a real estate agent for a little bit. And they say, when you take pictures, get rid of all the personal stuff in it and, clean up. And these pictures are better than anything I see on people selling their houses on Zillow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in people's houses, isn't there? There's,
there's usually a laundry basket or, like a bunch of pillows on the floor or something like that. And
yeah. So Patty, what I did with this room is just repaint the entire room. There was a couple big cracks in the ceilings. I will be impressed if they don't reappear over the next year. Had to clean up the cracks, repaint the ceiling, prime the entire room, caulked all along the trim, so there's no cracks between the wall and the trim.
Yep.
All the way around. Yeah. Essentially everything's back with all the holes, and it just.
Hey, Barbara's here.
We're only working for an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
It takes.
Yep.
It takes a while to get it done.
Now, why did you prime, Joel? Were you not sure about the paint that was on it, or?
I primed because there was at least 2 other paint colors coming through after I sanded the entire wall, because there was pieces of roller all over the entire wall.
Okay.
The little fabric that comes off of a roller.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I had to sand the entire wall, and I did not prime the ceiling though, but I primed everything else just to make sure it's nice and,
nice. Boy, Bob Vila would be proud of you. That's.
I think so. I think it looks great. And the little decorations that are going on right now is really making room. Okay, let's move on, Keith. The other thing.
Say hi to a couple people. Hi, Barbara. And Tara's on a little bit. Tara, she's a little bit late today, but that's okay. She's here anyway. So infinite progress. Yes. Yeah. All right. What else going on, Joel?
Tara. The other thing that happened 2 weeks ago to me, and I let everybody know that this was going to happen, is I got my COVID vaccination. Yeah,
All
so
right.
I'm feeling pretty strong here. So I got the Johnson & Johnson one, which was a one-shot deal. So in thinking ahead for this, I actually had my colleague Steve No play the organ on Sunday. And it was a good thing I did, because I got this shot at 7:30 2 weeks ago, Saturday night. And by the next morning, I had a horrible night of sleep. I had some chills, a little feverish. And the entire Sunday, I was pretty much just down and out. A little nausea, but nothing like I felt like I was going to get sick or anything like that. But I was just kind of like wiped out. Ended up taking a 3-hour nap a little bit later in the day. And then by Monday morning came around, I was able to, function pretty well. Although I did feel, a little strange, probably up until Wednesday. Like,
wow,
nothing major, but I felt something.
Yes.
Like a little bit of when you have a head cold, and you have that congestion in your head, your ears are a little weird. So I felt that up to about Wednesday. But other than that, just, the Sunday I was down and out. The next day I was kind of back up. So,
Okay.
So I was wondering if anybody else has stories like that, either from the other shots. I hear it's after your second shot. I'm curious if anybody else has had the Johnson & Johnson one. Now some of my colleagues at school, of course, they had their shot. They were back in school the next day. They said they felt sore in the arm, nothing major.
I think I told you, Joel, a guy I work with is a teacher over Sun Valley.
Yes. Yeah.
And he went to the same place in Morton that you went to. And that was, I think, 4:00 in the afternoon. And then he works from 5 to 9. So he came in and he's like, I feel okay. And, he looked maybe a little sweaty or, a little fatigued, maybe, it didn't bother him. And then the next day he worked from 5 to 9 and he came in, he had the gun, the temperature thing, and he had water, and he looked kind of like, he didn't look very good. And he's like, I know I'm the only one here, but if this thing, because he kept taking his temperature, he goes, if it hits 100, I got to leave. So, and he ended up leaving an hour early because we get time, whatever. But he didn't look too good that day. So, he was teaching from home. So I think a lot of I don't know what he was doing, gave people assignments and he just signed off and took naps. But the next day he said he was, pretty good after that. But I felt bad for the guy. He was, we have like he won a marathon or something.
One other that I know of in school, 5th grade teacher who came in the next day after he got his shot, and the principal stopped by about late morning and sent him home because he was not doing well.
So, if that's the age. Jim's about my age, so I don't know if the younger people are bounced back a little bit or what. But
it's really I don't know. It's your blood type, etc. and
right.
and all that stuff. Let's see. Joe says he gets his on.
All right, good, Joe. Very
Joe,
good.
Is that the Johnson & Johnson one, or will you be getting one of the other shots there? I'm just curious as to how far-reaching or how how available the Johnson & Johnson was at this point.
Yeah, you guys are. You and this my buddy are the only ones that I know have gotten the Johnson & Johnson. Everybody else I talked to is getting the 2.
Yeah, I think in the state of Pennsylvania,
it's 2.
And since that one was available, they kind of put that one aside for the teachers first, I think.
Okay.
And school professionals.
Yeah.
To get that one. So, all right, Keith, you ready to move on?
Good, Joel. Good.
Keith, there was a lot that we could have talked about today. We could have talked about Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York and some of the issues that are, surfacing around him. We could have talked about, maybe the Keystone Pipeline in North and South Dakota, how with a swipe of the pen, Biden just kind of stopped that pipeline. And now there are, there's towns in specifically North and South Dakota, what I saw that have almost been wiped out over the last, since he stopped that pipeline. Obviously there's two sides of that story, but, it's a shame that, some businesses just opened, within the last 6 months and now are probably going to close down because that those workers, that population has disappeared.
Right. Yeah.
Really small. Those tiny towns. We're talking like towns of less than
in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's something else we could take a look at. We could probably talk about the whole border situation and what's going on down there. And wow, what a situation that is. We could also talk about the shootings, right? That happened this past week, and where to start? What is the answer to that, right? But what intrigued me a little bit, and maybe this is, I don't know. I don't want to continue talking about these things, but I think it has a little bit more far-reaching implications than it is on the surface. So let's just go right to this. So you may recall that Sidney Powell was one of the top lawyers for Trump. And
it's funny that I just brought up my man crush, Dave Grohl. This is if you had to put all the good things about a lady together, boom, that's her. Happily ever after.
So anyway, she's currently being sued by the Dominion Voting Machine Company for $1.3 billion in a $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit. And it was just the other day that her lawyers, now you might recall that she continued with, the Venezuela, saying that those machines were rigged and they were set up to flip votes and this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
And, just pressing this for months and months and months. So the other day, her defense lawyers in their statements stated it is a likewise well-recognized principle that political statements are inherently prone to exaggeration and hyperbole. And then they added, reasonable people would not, this is her lawyer saying this, reasonable people would not accept such statements as fact, but view them only as claims that await testing by the courts through the adversary process. So essentially, her lawyers were saying what she was saying was just so fantastic, inaccurate, that reasonable people would not.
Or just excuse it as blabber, right?
Exactly. Now, Keith, let's just talk about reasonable people, okay?
I think you're talking about half the country, reasonable people that have voted for the last administration.
Right. Okay. So reasonable people. Here we go.
Yes.
Reasonable
Those kind of. That's yes. Yeah.
So the reason why I bring that up is because, just like you said, she perpetuated all of these claims, and 70 or so. Well, not to say that, and I will say this: I don't believe that all Trump supporters are what you see on the screen right now. Okay, this is probably a very small minority. However, there are a huge number of people right now who are not going to get the vaccine because of her.
Right.
And, now there could be some other issues in there, of course, but I think it's a crime that what this lady perpetuated is going to last for years. Last for years. Anyway, I was just curious on some thoughts that people out there might have over this particular situation. Reasonable people. Again, these are the reasonable people that she was talking about and talking to.
5 people dead too, by the way.
5 people dead. 2 more committed suicide. 2 more security guards committed suicide in the Capitol. Millions and millions of dollars of damages at the Capitol. So.
Joel, it goes back to my, I don't know what, I've been not sarcastic. What is it? I've got a different look on the human psyche. It seems nobody is responsible for anything anymore. Nobody is responsible for it. I can say, so this pretty much gives anybody in power or anybody that's in front of a TV screen or microphone to talk about whatever they want as truth. And if they're caught on it, well, I was just yapping, I mean, these people are, I was watching something last night. They were talking about, these, Mad Magazine or The Onion or something like that. If they post something like this, so you immediately think it's like, well, it's just a story, it's hijinks or whatever. It's like, but these people aren't comedians.
Right.
These people are, that's not their job to be.
Well, that's a very good point. And I think maybe either I saw that same segment or whatnot. If you saw on Saturday Night Live that the election was rigged, that votes were flipped and so forth, you would pass it off as not fact.
Yes.
But Fox News, right, who was it? Tucker Carlson,
yep. Mm-hmm.
got in the exact same situation, had a lawsuit against him, and they pleaded that what his show is commentary and it's opinion, and nobody should take what he says as fact.
Right. So Fox News basically is an entertainment channel now. It's
exactly.
Not news, it's an entertainment channel.
She made these claims in court. I mean, this
right.
is before
under oath. Yes. Yep.
And now she's saying, now her defense lawyers are saying they should not be taken seriously, essentially. And this is, these were just political statements. She took them to court. Does that mean she knew they were filed true, unfiled case anyway?
Right.
Yeah, Patty, that question's all over my head.
Perjury, fraud,
but what she did and what they did essentially, turned into the mob scene that we saw at the Capitol, and is continuing now, where so many people are not. There's a huge percentage of Republicans who are not going to get this COVID vaccine, even though I will say Trump has gotten the vaccine. He hasn't really publicized that. He did say in an interview that he has his vaccine. He said that everybody else should get a vaccine as well, but he's not going to publicize that and he's not going to promote it. So it's just. Yeah,
it's a mess, Joel. It's a real mess. But like you said, this is going to give open up the forum for just a mess. All right.
All right, folks. If you're getting any value at all out of the show, like just a little tidbit, you're feeling like, I got to put in my 2 cents this morning. Give us a love, smack the like button, love the love button, give us a share, something. We would love that. Keith, you got any this day in history tag?
No, I do not. I have something about the Lindbergh I looked at. So I don't know if that just happened on this day or actually Al Capone was actually giving, they're trying to find this kid. So I don't know if it just happened this day or they were looking for the kid. But that came up on the history feed. What about, just real quick, what about the Panama Canal, Joel? I just saw a picture. There's a ship wedged in it or something like that. Did you see anything about that? I've been out of the loop for some reason for a week. I must be working too much.
Yeah, I
did see a picture of this barge that was, and I think that's got a lot of my molding on it.
Patty, is that still in the, it somehow, the Panama Canal is kind of like the C&D Canal, right?
Yes.
Except I'm sure twice as big or whatever.
Probably narrower than that. It looks like.
You think, maybe it is. But anyway, this huge cargo ship is now crooked, catty corner, and I honestly haven't really looked into what the issue is and why they cannot get that thing straightened out. But it's causing billions of dollars of backup and delays and this, that, and the other thing.
Well, there is it is the Suez Canal.
Suez.
Is it the Suez or Panama? But anyway, if you remember the Austin Powers first, he was trying to turn his cart around in this hallway, and he finally got it. It took him forever and ever. So they'll eventually get it. That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that.
Now, do you think the pilot of that particular boat, the captain of that ship, forgot his coffee? And you think he forgot his coffee, and that's what he was trying to do, turn around?
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta go back and get my
Go
coffee.
back to Wawa because I think there is in Suez now. There is a Wawa, or it might be a Starbucks. One of those two things on the. Yes, it's a Starbucks because they have the first drive-through Starbucks.
On the canal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, it reminds me of that cruise ship. What was that? About 10 years ago? Was that over near Greece? Where was that? Where the captain wanted to get close to the shoreline there so he could wave to his family or something like that.
Right.
And the cruise ship ran aground, and
Right.
a huge number of people died. The thing capsized, and it was there for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if this is that situation, but it reminds me of that.
Well, that's a major thoroughfare through that, shipping. That's gotta be. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
To talk about the liabilities there now. You know,
Really? I mean, that guy is talking. He's going to be working at Wawa tomorrow.
Very good, Keith. Let's get on to some trivia here, okay? All right. Can you see that, Keith?
Yeah. Yes. All right. Hold on. Let me get my real glasses here, the cheap ones.
This is the
all right. I'm ready. You ready, Joel?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's make sure we know what we're doing. We have 4 trivia today. When you type in your trivia, go ahead and put number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. Today's trivia is all about currency. Why? Because I thought that was a good topic to bring up today. So I'll make this a little bit bigger, Keith, so you can see it. And
all right.
It really didn't help, did it?
No, I can see. No, as long as I got these cheap glasses on, I'll be fine. All right. What was the first country to use printed paper currency?
Ooh, all right.
First country to use paper.
Yeah,
Spanish silver dollars, originally called the Spanish peso, were each worth how many Spanish? Anybody Spanish? I don't know what that word is.
Yeah, I should get my daughter in here, Caroline. Tell us what that is. All right, so that's number 2. Number 2. All right, let's get on to number 3.
What flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 coin? I might know that.
All right, and number 4.
Okay, what was the first publicly traded U.S. company to reach $1 trillion market cap? A $1 trillion market cap. Publicly traded company. It might have been Smack and Jack. I'm just gonna, give it. We'll just rule that out. We were probably the second.
Well, I was gonna say, Keith, don't give away any.
Hints. Right. Yes.
All right. So number 1, the first country to use printed paper currency. Number 2, Spanish silver dollars, originally called the Spanish peso, were each worth how many Spanish? I'm gonna say reals. Number 3, what flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 coin? And number 4. What was the first publicly traded U.S. company to reach $1 trillion market cap? All right. So go ahead and type them.
Like Rich is hopping right on there with sounds like.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's do this, Keith. It is time for jokes, my friends.
All right. I had a great joke I heard earlier in the week. I said that'll be great for Smack and Jack. And you think I can remember it?
I'm going to say probably not.
Nope.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Joke number 1. These are all spring related, folks.
Okay, right. Nice. Very good.
How excited was the gardener about spring?
How?
So excited, he wet his plants.
Whoa.
All right, number 2.
Here's my symbol.
When do monkeys fall from the sky?
When?
During April showers.
Whoa. A little problem here this morning. There's too much caffeine in that.
All right, these jokes are just too hot to handle.
Yeah, they are too hot to handle.
What do you call a rabbit with fleas?
What?
Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
All right, and our last one here, folks. Our last one. What's Irish and comes out in spring?
What?
Patty O furniture.
Of course, the old patty o furniture.
I have to say, folks, I will confess they were not from the Jokopedia today, but you can use each and every one of them at dinner time tonight around your family.
Yes.
All right, shall we get back to the trivia? All right.
Very good.
All right.
All right. We go back to these.
Yeah, trivia here. What flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 coin? That was number one, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we got a couple of kiwis. We got an emu. I was going to do the emu.
Okay. All right. Let's see. It is.
Oh, kiwi. Okay, good. All right.
Nice. Now that is very interesting because when I think of kiwi, I don't think of a bird. All right. What was the first publicly traded U.S. company to reach $1 trillion market cap? And I see a GM in there.
Apple. I'm going to probably, out of those two, I'd say GM only because they're older. So let's. Oh, Apple. Wow. No kidding.
Wow. Okay.
No kidding.
How
Wow.
about that? Well done, my friends out there. What is the name for the monetary unit used in Thailand?
Wait a minute. That wasn't.
Sorry. Yeah, I went. Okay, so I answered.
We're changing the question.
I don't remember that one at all. Sorry, folks. All right, what was the first country to use printed paper currency? All right, and okay, so I see.
We're way backwards now. This was the first. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. All right, China. All right, well done, Patty.
I don't think we had any.
All right, and all right. So this is the second one. Things are going to work out a little bit better here.
Yeah.
Spanish silver dollars, originally called the Spanish peso, were each worth how many Spanish reals? 8. Can somebody tell me? Am I saying the word reals correctly? I really just don't know.
Reales.
I don't know.
Sounds like it looks like tamale, so maybe it's a rale. I mean, how could you tell? Somebody. They're going to write, this is how you pronounce it, and they write the word in there.
Right. All right. Sorry.
I have no idea, Apple. I don't know any of these. All right. Well, that was good. Good. Very good, Joel.
I think that's it, Keith.
Is that it already?
I think that's it. Yeah. We are through our show. It is 9:37. That's all we had to talk about today. Well, anything else for the good of the order there, Keith?
No, I always think I have something to say when I get on, and then I get all nervous because I'm on with my co-host Joel, and I forget what everything I'm going to say. And anyway, well, it's beautiful. Hey, Joel, did you do any pieces of 8? That's what rally. That's what that means, huh?
I got it. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
Did you get any riding on your bike this week?
Of course not.
I took a couple of nice drives. Of course, it's still by now it might be warm, but I don't have a leather yet, so I just put a couple of sweaters on, and I'm halfway into my trip, and I get a little chilled, and then of course when I get back, I'm cold for the rest of the night. But there was a couple of really, really nice days. I got out and long rides.
Yeah, good for you. Yesterday would have been a great day to get out, except the winds were like up to 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. And then I thought it was supposed to rain later in the. Well, I wasn't going to leave my bike at work all day, but I was thinking of taking it, and and then it's chilly by the time. Yeah, it's not worth it. No.
Yeah, I want to try to. I think I might try to get out today for an hour or so, do a little ride around once it warms up. I think it's going up to about 70. I was going to go out. What was it? Last Sunday, I had it out running in the garage or in the driveway, and I thought, I'll take it a ride around. But it was, it was in the 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it feels kind of warm in the sun, but as soon as you get moving on the bike, you're.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I went out, and it was just for like an hour before I went to work. I'm trying to think and the sun was really warm. I went down to Delaware and back. It just, like an hour loop, and it was. And then these last few days, the air, it's hard to explain. The air was colder. It must have been more humid last week or something like that. But these couple of days I went out this week, or last few times I went out, the air was drier. So once you start moving, it's, even with the sun hitting you, it's chilly.
Yeah.
But, it's still March. It's not like it's June.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a great idea. And then as you start moving, you're thinking, it is still kind of chilly.
Right. Well, Linda sent a picture the other day, a year ago, a couple days ago. There was the
all the snow.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah,
we had snow all over the place. So,
yeah.
So anyway,
folks, what are you guys going to do this weekend? What are you going to do on this beautiful day? I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then the next, next week at some point, the highs are like in the 40s again.
Yep, 40. Yeah,
of course, because it's spring break time.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, folks.
Now, do you guys get spring break now, or what?
Yeah, we're in our regular schedule. The girls and I have off this particular week.
Okay.
Stephanie's in school. In school until Wednesday. Stephanie has school until Wednesday, and then she has off until Monday.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Never.
Going to a barbecue. I can't remember what that's like, Sophie. Have well, forget about the food. Have a beer for me.
Very good.
Have some ribs. Have a couple of ribs.
We're going to get off the air here. I think.
Yeah, I'm working until one of my coworkers is going on vacation. So I had a couple of days off last couple of weeks. Now I'm paying for it this week. I'll be working straight through till next Sunday. So, but anyway, hope everybody has. Thanks for stopping by. I think we had a good show.
Yeah.
Whether we have a lot to say or not, it's always good having. Now, what's up next week, Joel?
Yeah, I'll let you know next week. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
If we're going to do a show, it is the day before Easter. It's at
Oh, right.
Yeah. So.
Well, if we don't,
everybody have a happy Easter.
Yeah, that's right. If we don't see it before Easter, have a great one. Get outside, enjoy it's beautiful out there. We're coming out of the COVID thing. Everybody get your shot, and we'll all get together and have a drink soon. And once again, thanks for stopping by. You deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. We'll see you on the next Smack and Jack Live.
Have a great weekend, folks.
Bye-bye.
Jack up your heels, smack check it out, smack jack up your heels, smack jack it up, smack in the face. Jack up your heels, smack in the face.